Hello everyone. Today we will tackle about IoT or Internet of Things. So we discuss about application of IoT, IoT tools and platforms, architectures of IoT, advantages and disadvantages of IoT, and what is IoT and history.
What is Internet of Things, aka IoT? Is the network of physical or things embedded with electronics, software, sensors, and network connectivity which enable these objects to collect and exchange data. To sum it up, it is a system of interconnected devices that transfer and exchange data over a wireless network without any human intervention.
So next is the history of Internet of Things.
History of IoT. Telegraph, the first landline, was developed in the 1830s and 1840s. In June 3, 19, the first radio voice transmission described as a wireless telegraphy. In 1962, the DARPA, the precursor to the Internet. The DARPA evolved into ARPANET in 1969. The first example of an IoT is from the early 1980s and was a Coca-Cola machine located at the Carnegie Mellon University. In early 1993, the Global Positioning Satellite or GPS became reality. The term Internet of Things is first used by Kevin Ashton in 1999. By the year 2013, the Internet of Things had evolved into a system using multiple technologies, ranging from the Internet to wireless communication and from electromechanical system to embedded systems. And that's all. Bye guys!
So next is the IoT architectures.
IoT architecture. Learning objectives. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain the IoT architecture and frameworks, describe the IoT interoperability and design consideration, and discuss industry-aligned use cases. IoT device architecture. There are 4 layers of IoT device architecture. First is IoT device, which includes all devices like sensors, compute, and other devices. Let's go on to the second layer, which is IoT gateway or aggregation layer, which connects IoT devices and sensors to cloud-based computing and data processing. Also allow between the cloud and IoT devices. Next, processing engine or event processing layer, which means that it is the capture, enrichment, formatting, and emission of events, and also the consumption of the process events. Last but not the least, application layer or API management, which it acts as an interfaces between third-party application supported by devices manager and identify and access manager, which uses the security of architecture. In short, it is very important to know about the IoT architecture to have more power to all activities that occur in the system.
Application of IoT classified in many various industries such as agriculture, consumer use, healthcare, insurance, manufacturing, retail, transportation, and utilities. So here is an animation video that I can show you for us to further understand what is the application of IoT.
To discuss, IoT refers to the collection of all those devices that have the ability to connect to the internet and collect and share data, hence the name Internet of Things. So basically, we have a device that collects data from its surroundings using sensors and actuators and sends this collected data to the internet where the processing of that data can happen. There are many devices that can be included in this classification. An example can be phones, laptops, watches, TVs, refrigerators, washing machines, cars, and even homes. systems. Yes, whole homes themselves can be a part of IoT too. You can easily see the trend over here. Most IoT devices have the word smart at the start of their names. Smartphones, smartwatches, smart TVs, smart refrigerators, and smart homes. So now that we have a clear idea of what IoT is, we can move to the next question. Why do we need IoT? Or how does it help us? In short, it helps makes our lives easier and more comfortable. If we take an example we had listed earlier, like smartphones. Smartphones have more use cases than I can, list here without going on for hours and hours. It can call, it allows us to watch movies, it allows us to connect to the internet, interact with strangers on weird forums, shop for things we need, general entertainment, you get the idea. But let's take a better example for our understanding. Smart house. Now, smart house has many different features that we can talk about. One of the features is automatic lights, where the lights automatically detect your presence in the room and get switched on, or they can be voice activated. You can say activate and they'll get switched on. And it also has next gen security to keep your house safe, where it allows only authorized people to enter your house and locks up everything when you leave. Then it has entertainment management, where you may be using devices such as Google Home, Alexa, Echo to keep track of your chores, to play movies and songs, etc. It also keeps track of temperature management. The house automatically adjusts to the most, pleasant temperature based on the surrounding climate. So you can see how it brings luxury into our lives and makes it more comfortable for us to live. Now, this is at an individual level. At a larger scale, it benefits the society as a whole too. In industries such as healthcare, it has many use cases. Doctor-patient interaction, for example, it allows for remote interaction between patients and doctors. So if a patient has any sort of a deadly disease, the doctor doesn't necessarily have to come in close contact to help the patient out.
What is an IoT tools and platforms? IoT platform is a set of components that allows developers to spread out applications, remotely collect data, secure connectivity, and execute sensory management. An IoT platform manages the connectivity of the devices and allows developers to build new mobile software applications. Smart home systems are examples of an IoT applications. So why do we need an IoT platform? IoT platforms bring the network system together and coordinates within the system to reduce the need for an extensive external task force to segregate data. And IoT tools are hardware devices such as sensors, gadgets, appliances, and other machines that collect and exchange data over the internet. They are programmed for certain applications and can be embedded into other IoT devices.
Advantages of IoT. First, it can minimize human effort. As IoT devices interact and communicate with each other, they can automate the task, helping to improve the quality of business services and reducing the need for human intervention. Next, it can save time. By reducing the human effort, it saves a lot of our time. Saving time is one of the primary advantages of using the IoT platform. Next, it can enhance data collection. Information is easily accessible even if we are far away from our actual location, and it is updated frequently in real time. Hence, the devices can access information from anywhere at any time on a device. Next, it can improve security. If we have an interconnected system, it can assist the smarter control of homes and cities through mobile phones. Next, efficient resources utilization. We can increase resource utilization and monitor natural resources by knowing the functionality and how each device works. Next, reduce use of other electronic equipment. Electric devices are directly connected and can communicate with a controller computer, such as mobile phone, resulting in efficient electricity uses. Disadvantages of IoT. First, security issues. Number 2, privacy concern. Number 3, increased unemployment. Number 4, the complexity of the system. Number 5, high chances of the entire system getting corrupted. Number 6, lack of international standard. Number 7, high dependency of the internet. And number 8, reduce mental and physical activity.